Well, hello to you all, my dear internet friends. It is me, Dakian, coming to you on another Monday. This one, the 4th of May, 2020. So I can finally say, May the 4th be with you. And if you don't understand the reference, well, look it up. I'm leading with the hassle-free miniatures, the Nubian Guard. Now, the challenges here were if you... Oh, damn, this was a bit glossy. I'm gonna have to take the sheen off this shield a little bit later. I don't understand why the matte varnish hasn't stuck to it as well as the other shield. Oh well. Trying to hide shields realistically is difficult. Also, doing semi-transparent pants was hard. Specifically, it was hard on the red. It turns out skin tones have a lot of red in them, so if you try to paint translucent red on top of that, it just kind of mixes together. It looks all the same. I think you can get an idea in the others of the skin tones peeking through. At least maybe you can on the still pics later. And I don't know if the mosaics are too garish. I decided to do them really colorful instead of subdued, to just bring even more color into these figures. Yeah, and of course each pad's a different color to make it all pop and be more vibrant. Now, these you will notice that these were the what's it called? Thumbnail pick for this video, perhaps. And the main reason that is I've discovered something interesting looking at the statistics for my videos the past year or so. People really seem to like human or humanoid figures. See, if the thumbnail for a video, one of these Mud Images Rambles, is a human or demi-human, I get about 50% more views than if it's a monster. Weird, isn't it? I mean, I assume most of the people who look at my videos are subscribers, and that they would reasonably click on my videos in any case, but no, doesn't seem that way. It seems like they privilege the ones that show humans up front, even though everybody should know that I paint a mix of stuff, and even if the thumbnail is a monster, there's likely to be some human figs in the mix as, during the episode as well. Weird. I can't say I understand the psychology of that. But anyway, there is a pattern, so I'm going to try to adapt to it, and always have human figs in the thumbnail from now on if I can. Oh well. Yeah, but these were not the only thing that got finished. Let's move on. And looky here, a collection of bones. So the troglodytes, I didn't do anything particularly fun with them. They're a little bit more green than just gray. It's a grayish green instead of just the plain gray the trogs are traditionally, because it's so boring. But I did put gray bellies on them, and well, yeah, the run-of-the-mill characters. And here we have the Dark Lurker, painted as a Doom monster. And finally, the Coral Golem, which is a little bit less garish than some examples I've seen on the net. I don't know if the subdued look is good. It's kind of hard. It was difficult because the it's clearly made of various pieces, but it's not always clear where the limits between pieces are. They sort of flow into each other quite a lot. and so I didn't know where the color transitions should be, and it's just kind of random and happenstance that made it the way it is. But there it is. That was the stuff that I thought I would finish this week. For my final bout of finished stuff, a little bit of a surprise. I did all these slimes. They're supposed to be piles of eyes, mostly. There are a lot of eyes in them, but they're slime with a lot of eyes and mouths in them, kind of like mini shoggoths. And I painted them all different colors, just because they're so similar otherwise. And you'll notice it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. I skipped indigo because that's usually, well, I didn't have a 7th mini, and also indigo and is kind of indistinguishable from blue or violet. Yeah, really simple paint jobs. That's why they're already finished, just rushed out. But that's that. So let's look at what's in progress. These are the Bloodstone gnomes. I know what you're thinking. I said I wouldn't show this guy to you again, but you know, just some gray primer. That's not a spoiler. That's not going to tell you what it's going to look like finished. Even the fact that it's not on the base doesn't tell you anything, because this model does not actually come with a base. At least in the Kickstarter version. I have to add another base. And of course, because it's for a competition, I'm going to go with a scenic base of some sort. Not saying what kind. But now is actually the very last time you'll see it, until after the competition is over, which is June 25th. So I'm like 2 months almost in advance on this one. Anyway, the other ones are just primed and another coat of the bases, and there's 6 of them, and they're kind of fun looking. I don't really know yet what sort of color scheme I'll be going for, but we'll see. Now these are the oh, I forgot what they call, flying thingies. they're not exact analogs for any specific monster in D&D or any other game that I know of. But anyway, I've prepped these in pieces. So I have, these were very simple. They were assembled in 2 pieces. The lower body was a separate piece that I glued on and gap filled. So I primed them a light color from beneath and a darker color from above. And there's a few glints of metal here in the areas, the edges where it's not neither below nor above. I might have to go in and hand prime a little bit to cover that up if I need to. I mean, it's not strictly necessary. I mean, primer doesn't have to cover every single millimeter of area. I'm not sure what the color scheme will be yet, but it'll be light under and dark above in some way. And then I've prepped the bases, and I, as you can see, I primed them mainly a deep red brown, because that's going to be the color of the mud. I've added some little bits of terrain, some rocks, and some other doodads, and as you can see, I've masked off the actual flying stem to not get paint on that, to keep it clear. So I'll paint these separately, and even probably varnish them separately and assemble finally, because I've found spray varnish in that clear plastic they have in the flying stands doesn't always look great. It tends to cloud up. The plastic, I mean, clouds up when you put spray varnish on it. But yeah, that's them on the way. There's no new arrivals this week, so I'm picking from old stuff for new projects. And for character minis next week, I thought I would go into this old Kickstarter from a company called Minx Studios again, and do a couple of more advanced figures in that they're more scenic. This is the witch, and she's sitting on a big skull, giant skull, and she has an optional hat you can glue on if you like. I think I will. And then there's the male wizard, who is kind of flying above a book, and there's magic swirling around, and there's a tab here for sticking into a slotted base, and I wonder about the angle, because it seems like he's leaning backward quite a lot. I'm gonna have to go back to the Kickstarter page and look at, see if they have pictures, and see if I can get an idea of how this is supposed to be assembled. But yeah, these, you might notice these are slightly larger. These are, I think, the 32mm scale figures, so somewhat bigger than the traditional 28, which hopefully makes them easier to paint. And in general, I thought I would not add that many new projects this week, because I have a little bit of a backlog, and I have stuff to do at work. And I think, if my prediction is correct, that I will be getting a shipment next week with a lot of stuff that I need to get cracking on. So let's have a slow week in the middle here. But I have to keep working on the bones. And from the Dark Reach expansion, here we have it. I have only the last two figures. These two. One of them is this guy in the middle here. I don't know if the other guy is pictured. No, he's not. They're called something in Reaper. Again, I don't have the names here in front of me. But this is a Hook Horror, called something else by Reaper. And the other guy is an Umber Hulk, also called something else. I think it's called the Umber Hulk. I think they call it Burrowing Behemoth, if I remember correctly. And again, this guy is something else. This is the Behemoth, Burrowing Behemoth, or Umber Hulk, and this is the pictured guy. Quite detailed, a lot of pieces. But, you know, 4 minis, that's not quite enough to keep me busy. So I have also dipped into the add-ons from Bones 4 and picked out this, the Zombie Dragon, which is a large, really large, complicated kit. I don't know if it's complicated, but it's a lot of pieces. So, and a lot of surface to cover with paint. so this will maybe take a while. So yeah, I think I'll stop there. Only 5 models, but some of them, all of them, more complex than average, actually. So that should be enough, I think. Anyway, that was it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the show. Click like if you did, subscribe if you haven't done so before, comment, share. Above all, join me again next week. Same Monday, same day, same channel, same Taki on. But now I'm signing off.